Now, I'll talk about content planning and publishing strategies in digital media. So, content marketing has been evolved into a cornerstone of modern digital strategy, serving as both a brand building mechanism and a driver of customer loyalty and business growth. So, here I'll try to analyze a comprehensive approach to content marketing, focusing on planning, creation, distribution, and performance measurement. I will emphasize the need to understand the audiences deeply through persona development and behavioral insights to craft content that resonates across multiple channels and to continuously optimize strategies using analytics. So, beyond summarizing these components, I will critically analyze the effectiveness of content marketing frameworks, which will highlight potential challenges and explores opportunities such as personalization, repurposing, and AI-driven content creation. So, content creation is the foundation of modern digital communication, enabling brands, media organizations, and individuals to engage audiences, build trust, and inspire action. So, here I have to explore strategies for developing engaging and impactful media content, emphasizing the role of creativity, audience engagement, audience research, narrative techniques, and technological intervention. So, here I will analyze the effectiveness that will highlight the challenges such as audience fragmentation, information overload, and suggest future directions, including personalization, AI-driven tools, and immersive storytelling. So, content marketing, as it is popularly perceived, is not just about producing blogs or videos or posts. It is about creating a meaningful, relevant, and consistent narratives that strengthen the relationship between the brands and the audience, or the media houses, the media brands. So, unlike traditional advertising, which often interrupts content marketing, seeks to attract, inform, and engage, positioning the brand as a trusted authority. In today's saturated digital environment where consumers face advertising fatigue, content marketing offers an authentic alternative. For example, Red Bull's extreme sports content or HubSpot's inbound marketing blogs demonstrate how storytelling can transform a company into an industry thought leaders. So, a successful content marketing strategy requires three dimensions. The first is the planning strategy. So, knowing the audience and setting clear goals through which the planning has to be done. Then, creation and optimization. So, producing high quality, engaging, and personalized content has to be given utmost priority. Then, distribution and measurement. So, ensuring content reaches the right audience and the tracking impact needs to be measured and thus refined the approach. Then, content planning and strategy. In today's hyper-connected world, content is both currency and capital. It determines how brands or media brands are perceived, how narratives are spread, and how audiences connect emotionally with media. Unlike traditional media landscape, digital platforms demand not just content but relevant, interactive and engaging content that can cut through information saturation. So, there are certain challenges for content creators in the digital media landscape, and those are twofold. First, the capturing attention in an environment of constant distraction. Then the second challenge is retaining engagement through meaningful and authentic storytelling. So, content creation strategies must therefore be audience centric, data informed, and creativity driven, and thus balancing both art and analytics. So, the core strategies for engaging impactful content creation is the audience research and personal development. So, the starting point of any content strategy is understanding the audience. So, effective strategies are built on personas. Whose personas? The audience's personas. They are fictional and research driven representation of customer segments. So, this research combines demographics, the demographics of age, gender, location and income of the group or the population. Similarly, psychographics, that is values, lifestyle, attitudes, behaviors of a particular set of people, their purchase habits, then social media usage also. For instance, Netflix's recommendation engine leverages behavioral data to personalize experiences, ensuring relevance at scale. So, the persona analysis approach is powerful but not static. So, audiences evolve rapidly. So, especially Gen Z and Gen Alpha. So, making continuous validation essential. So, many businesses fail because they treat every persona as fixed profiles, so fit in all type of profile, rather than living representations. So, content impact begins with understanding the audience and their behavior. So, the techniques include an example like Spotify. The Wrapped leverages user behavior data to create personalized, shareable content that fosters loyalty. Then, audience research is often underutilized or static. So, true impact requires continuous refinement. Audience personas must evolve with cultural shifts and technological trends. And the second strategy is storytelling. So, storytelling as a strategy. So, stories resonate because they trigger emotion, memory, and identification. So, what are the elements this storytelling includes? First is, of course, narrative arc. What is that narrative arc? It has to have a beginning, conflict, that is climax, and then resolution, which is also known as denouement, the falling of action. Then authenticity, which is real life experiences and testimonial. Then emotional appeal, means fear, joy, aspiration, empathy, whatever emotions is being created through this narrative technique, the media houses or the storytellers have to understand. For example, Nike's Just Do It campaign, it is intertwined with the personal struggles with broader themes of empowerment and thus reinforce brand identity. So, storytelling is powerful but must avoid performative narratives. If stories lack authenticity, for example, oak washing or exploitative campaigns, so audiences quickly disengage. So, sometimes multi-format and multimedia content also, different audiences engage through different formats. For example, text, that is blogs, articles, thought leadership. Some are visuals like infographics, memes, short videos, then podcasts, audio books, interactive media quizzes, polls, AR, VR. So, the finest example is the New York Times, which integrates long form investigative articles with interactive graphics and podcasts, enhancing reach. Therefore, multi format strategies extend reach, but it also has its risk of dilution of message. If content is repurposed or re-forwarded without adaptation, it creates harm for the audience or as well as for the media as well. Then effective strategies require tailoring to platform cultures. So effective strategies, media strategies has to tailor to platform cultures. For example, TikTok has a certain culture versus LinkedIn. So consistency and brand voice. So consistency in tone, style and values fosters trust, whereas brand voice acts as a signature identity across platforms. For example, Wendy's Twitter presence demonstrates a consistent, witty, humorous voice that differentiates it from competitors. Then, consistency, which strengthens recognition, but rigidity can alienate diverse audience. So, the best strategies is to balance brand uniformity with contextual flexibility. Then data-driven content and analytics. So all these are different analytical tools which can be used for understanding the audience. So the analytical tools like Google Analytics, social listening, sentiment analysis can help measure engagement, audience engagement, and then optimize strategies to enhance audience engagement and to refine the target audience. So, example, Netflix relies on algorithmic data to shape not only recommendations but also content production decisions, creating shows that align with audience demand. Then, again, over-reliance on data, there are certain risks also. So, the formulaic content that lacks creativity. So, the challenge lies in balancing data insights with creative innovation. Now, the emerging tools and AI in content creation. So, AI writing tools, for example, ChatGPT, Jasper, streamline ideation. So, generative AI like DALL-E or Midjourney create visuals. Then, personalization engines adapt content in real time. So, AI boosts efficiency and personalization, but raises concerns about authenticity, bias, intellectual property rights. So, audiences may disengage if content seems to be overtly artificial. So content goals and KPIs. In content creation, also there are certain KPIs which have to keep in mind. So first is clear, there should be clarity in content goals. For example, awareness, engagement, lead generation, retention of the users. So must be paired with key performance indicators, KPIs, to track success. For example, awareness, impressions, reach. Then engagement means likes, shares, comments, time on page. Then conversion means lead generated and converted to sales. Then retention, which means repeat visits, subscription renewals. Then critical insight. Too often, media firms over prioritize vanity metrics like likes, views, shares, etc., rather than outcome driven KPIs, that is, conversion rate, lifetime value. So, a shift toward ROI focused measurement is vital. So, content audit and gap analysis. This is also regular audits which ensure content stays relevant. And gap analysis highlights missing topics, outdated material, outdated content, or neglected formats or ignored formats. For example, if competitors dominate in video explainers, but a brand only produces text blogs, so the audit will identify the gap. So thus, the gap analysis encourages proactivity. Yet, many media firms, they focus narrowly on competitors without considering future trends. For example, voice search, interactive AI chatbots. So, competitor analysis means studying rival producers, benchmarks, and opportunities for differentiation. For example, a B2B or SaaS firm may note that competitors publish only white papers, offering an opening to lead with podcasts or webinars. While competitor benchmarking is useful, over-reliance risks homogenization. So, true advantage comes from differentiated storytelling technique, and thus finding a different angle that will add value which audiences cannot ignore. Then content creation and optimization, whereby I have to discuss about the content formats. So modern strategies require multi-format content. For example, blogs, which has to have a SEO visibility. Then videos, which has to have a storytelling and virality. Then infographics, that is data simplification. These are all different techniques. Then podcasts, a long form of engagement. Then interactive content, which comprises quizzes, calculators, AR/VR demos. For example, Spotify Wrapped combines data storytelling with shareable visuals, turning personalized insights into a viral marketing phenomenon. Now, to talk about the content creation process, and the workflow. Of course, it will start with ideation, idea generation, then drafting, then editing, then approval and publishing. So tools like Trello, Asana, or AI-driven platforms streamline collaboration. So many business falter at the editing and approval stage, leading to bottlenecks. So agile or effective workflows with spirited workflows, while with a decentralized approval system can reduce delays in the publication of the content. So to talk about the personalization and engagement, personalized recommendations, for example, Amazon's, you may also like this quote increase relevance, while interactive content deepens engagement. So personalization is effective, but over-personalization also may trigger privacy concerns. So transparency in how data is used now in the digital media spectrum is crucial under GDPR and CCPA frameworks, that is content distribution and measurement framework, then multi-channel distribution brands. They must go where their audiences are. So there are owned media, which means personally owned media, for example, blogs, personal blogs, newsletters. Then earned media, which means mentions, shares, re-forwarding. Then paid media, so which means PPC ads, sponsored posts. For example, Nike uses a mix of Instagram campaigns, YouTube storytelling, and its own apps, Nike Run Club, to maintain a holistic ecosystem. Then distribution is often underfunded compared to creation. Yet, the principle, I quote, content is the king, but distribution is the queen. It remains always true. So promotion and amplification, organic tactics, for example, ACO, social media, should be combined with paid promotion and influencer collaboration. Micro-influencers in particular deliver higher engagement rates than celebrity endorsements. Then content repurposing and life cycle management. So a white paper can become a blog series, webinar, infographic, and social snippets. So repurposing maximizes ROI, while life cycle engagement or life cycle management ensures outdated posts are refreshed with new data. For example, HubSpot consistently updates old blogs, which sustains their SEO dominance. Now, I have to talk about challenges in content creation. First, as I said, information overload. So, oversupply of content reduces visibility. Then, audience fragmentation. So, diverse platforms require multi-channel adaptability, and the audiences also get reduced to niche fragmentation. So, that's how the audience pool can be reduced. Similarly, credibility and misinformation. So, trust is harder to earn in the age of fake news, misinformation, disinformation, etc. Then, algorithmic dependency. So, platform algorithms dictate reach and thus limiting organic control. So, successful creators recognize that content is not just about visibility, but about building rapport or relationships grounded in trust and value. So, what are the future directions? Immersive storytelling, AI, AR, VR campaigns, for example, IKEA's AR app for home visualization. Then hyper-personalization, AI-driven tailored content experiences. Then ethical content practices. So transparency, inclusivity, and sustainability as audience expectations rise. So community-centric models need to be put in place, turning audiences into co-creators. That is TikTok, challenges, which use user-generated campaigns. So to conclude, I would say content marketing today is less about broadcasting and more about building relationships or rapport through value-driven narratives. A strong strategy, content strategy, integrates planning, creation, distribution, and continuous optimization with agility as a core principle. So, what are the lessons or the takeaways of this discussion? So, the key takeaways of today's discussion, the first is the persona must evolve with the audience. ROI-driven KPIs matter more than vanity metrics. Differentiation is achieved through creativity, not imitation or blind emulation. Then distribution deserves equal focus as creation. Then personalization works best when balanced with ethical data usage. Thank you very much.